Welcome back. Now we will talk about Global Positioning System, which is a satellite-based system made up of 20 network of 24 satellites placed into orbit by the US Department of Defense early on. And initially it was intended for military applications only, but in 1980s the government made the system available for civilian use. This was the only global positioning system by US Department of Defense that was operational at that point of time, and it has the ability to work in any weather conditions and work 24 hours a day, and it has no subscription fees. Now, what are the reasons for using global positioning system? It's used for navigation, just like today you have your navigation system placed in your car so that you can have a track of where you are going and how much time you are going to take to reach to your destination. And number two, determining coordinates for the points or GIS. So that sometimes you want to tag any coordinate which is important for your for any purpose you have undertaken. You need to determine that the position of that point. So that can be done through GPS. Now, why it has assumed importance? Why is it important? Because navigation is vital to the safety of any field expedition. When you are on a field expedition, you got to track your way, where you are going, where is your current location, what is the direction towards the next destination. And numbers two is fixing a location's coordinates for scientific research. Suppose a point is of vital importance with respect to some kind of research that is being carried out with respect to wildlife, with respect to some vegetation pattern or the dynamics. So you got to fix a location, which is only possible when you are using GPS. And when you have GPS receiver in your hand, which is going to connect to the satellites that are in the sky. So you got to communicate with them and establish the location of that point. Now, how this GPS functions? You might nowadays GPS devices are very common. You may get it as low as at a rate of rupees 5,000, 6,000, and the bigger ones like differential GPS may go up to certain lakhs. So this is the plot which you see when you have any handheld device, GPS device. This is when you switch the device on. You can see that this is the sky plot divided into four quadrants. The quadrants are northeast, southeast, southwest, and northwest, and these are the locations. These are the satellites which your device is currently in the process of communication with. And you can see the five number of it has captured the signal of five satellites, and out of those satellites, the bars depicting the dark jet black color is that the communication has been fully established and the signal is very strong. And the gray ones being this the signal is not so good, and the white ones without any color means the signal is yet to establish and the signal is not very good. So the most significant difference between GPS receivers is the number of satellites they can communicate simultaneously communicate with. Like we have 12 channel GPS receiver means they can communicate with 12 satellites. So you can see here the five number of satellites. So at the most you can have 12 with a 12 channel GPS. You can have 12 satellites that it can your receiver can make communication with at the same time. Now, what are various global navigation systems, global navigation satellite systems? So for the first among them is the Global Positioning System by United States, which was operational in 1978, and for global use it was opened in 1994. It has 33 satellite constellations, out of which 33 are in orbit and are operational. Till date, GPS has launched 72 satellites, and it makes sure that at least 24 satellites are operational. The next, immediately after that, is GLONASS, Global Navigation Satellite System, which belongs to Russia, and it came in operation in 1933 with 12 satellites in two orbits at a height of 19,130. It is operated by Russian Aerospace Defense Forces, and at present it has a constellation of 27 satellites in the orbit. Now, coming towards Beidou from China, is a satellite navigation system of China. It has 22 operational satellites in orbit with full constellation to comprise of 35 satellites in the times to come. Now, the regional Indian regional navigation satellite system called as IRNSS, which was later given the operational name of NAVIC, or Navigation with Indian Constellation, is the regional satellite navigation system launched by Indian Space Research Organization, and it covers an area of 1500 kilometer, and all the seven, it has 7 satellites in the orbit, but the first satellite IRNS is IRNS SA is not functional now, and has reported that some all the 3 atomic clocks have failed on that. So this will be catering to the regional navigation needs. QZSS is from Japan. Quasi Zenith Satellite System is also the second regional navigation system from Japan, still under construction by Satellite Positioning Research and Application Center, Japan, and it plans to have 7 satellites, out of which 4 are already in the orbit. Now, satellite navigation system is very important to meet the civil navigation aviation requirements, and with regard to that, ISRO is jointly working with Airport Authority of India in establishing GPS aided Geo Augmented Navigation, called as GAGAN. Now, what they are going to do with this joint working, they are going to provide better air traffic management over Indian space, and the GAGAN signal in space is available through GSAT 8 and GSAT 10. This the main objective of GAGAN is to provide satellite-based navigation services with accurate and integrity required for civil aviation applications. This is all about satellite navigation and GAGAN, and this is the list of navigation in satellites by India. The first one being launched in 2013, and the last one, IRNSS 1I, launched on April 12, 2008.